Like a Portland crack addict, I had an itch and I had to scratch it. I'm always lurking Facebook Marketplace, and we got another great deal for 30 schmackaroonies. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Trains and Tech. We're just going to be going through this box. There's only one engine in here. We're going to see if it runs. We're going to at least get all this stuff on the layout. Nonetheless, let's tear into this. My plan for this is to start with the smaller gauges and work our way up. So we've got some decor here. Now, granted, these prices are not indicative of what I paid. I paid $30 for everything. Got like this crate, I guess. I thought this stump of wood was interesting. You know, maybe we'll throw it on the layout. I don't know, this would be a pretty large tree. All right, next we've got some track. It's just some pretty standard HO track. It's got a note in here. Let's see, 25 curved, 4 straight, 1 electrical bridge terminal, 1 X, 31 pieces total.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos.
We got some more notes in here. Let's see what this one says. Dang, they wanted 20 bucks just for this track. That's crazy. Prepare your eyes for this absolute beauty. Look at this. Wow, we even have a cacophony of horns in the background. If I had to grade this is obviously a C10, right? And this is a very interpretive piece. We're missing the cab, but I think it really adds to the overall appeal. Don't you even worry, HO fans. We've got more. We've got this killer Union Pacific caboose. We've got a tanker for hookers. Love to see it. Next, we've got the longest tanker I've ever seen. This is like comedically long. In fact, this is too long for this Burlington tank car. I mean, this is huge. Look at that. Next, we've got just the plastic piece of this crane car. That's it. No, nothing on the bottom. For those of y'all that are fans of S-Gauge, I even got y'all covered. We've got this flat car, 42597, and this Reading Lines American Flyer tender, which I believe this coupler is broken. Is it junk? Potentially. Now we're going to transition into our O-Gauge pieces, and we're going to start off with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 cabooses. And they all have the silly coupler style that looks like this. But they are all O-Gauge. Next, we'll go into our flat cars and gondolas. We've got a mix of some Lionel pieces, some Marks, some, I think, Amfly. Right here, we've got this gondola. And we've got this flat car, which has these interesting style couplers again. We've got this Marks flat car. Next, we'll go into our box cars. So we've got this Frisco line box car, which is pretty cool. I just wish it was in better shape. It has a huge chunk taken out. Other than that, I would have really liked this. It's still cool, don't get me wrong. It's just in pretty rough shape. Then one of our best pieces of this whole set is this Chessie box car right here. This is an awesome piece. It's from Lionel. Next, we'll go into our tenders because we have more tenders. We've got this Southern Pacific one, which has this interesting style coupler again. And then we've got this Chesapeake and Ohio tender, which seems to be in pretty okay shape. It has, you know, the newer style coupler, and it overall doesn't look terrible. Let's see how much they originally wanted for this. $30. That's crazy. They wanted just $30 for this one piece. That is insane. Finally, we'll go over some of our one-offs. These are just random things that I had in here. So one of this is this awesome tanker. Just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's a little rusty, but definitely a classic. Next up is this hopper. Now, this is, to my knowledge, a Bachmann piece. And it had the original couplers that were similar to this removed and replaced with these Katie couplers. So I don't know why this was done. If you do know, please let me know in the comments. Was this part of something that was supposed to be like really scale and super realistic? I'm not sure, but this is O-Gauge. It's not like narrow gauge, and it has Katie couplers put on it. If there's no more information about this, please let me know in the comments. We have yet another Marks piece. This time it's with a crane. It's pretty broken. However, it still has the string as well as the hook. And finally, we do have a transformer, because why not? Originally, they wanted $20 for this. Heck nah, I'd never pay that. So there's everything we have. We're going to start with the O gauge pieces, and we're going to put them on the new layout. I'm not going to lie. A few compromises had to be made. But as you can see, all the pieces are on the track. Now, disclaimer, I don't have the means to run this S-gauge stuff right this second. So it has been appropriately placed inside of this gondola and on top of that flat car. So they're represented. Don't even worry. Let's go through a few of our jerry rigs though. So these old Mark style, obviously they fit with each other, as you can see right there. We had to make a few modifications. We got the old bread twist tie to make that connection work there. Now over here, surprisingly, the Kadee coupler hooks up rather nicely with Lionel's, so I think that's going to hold. Now a few of these are pretty rusty, and this is brand new track. I don't even care. We're going to send it anyways. And as y'all may have noticed, we have this beautiful caboose train. Gotta love it. And these are two channel famous locomotives. This was our thrift store pickup, and then we got this bad boy off Marketplace. So appropriately, we have the Chesapeake and Ohio tender, because why not? And then we've got our Southern Pacific with the 242, because again, why not? Who cares? But everything's all nice and connected. So let's see if they could at least just make one pass. Some of these cabooses are like insanely rusty. I threw some oil on them, but I don't even know if that's going to do any good. Comment down below, which train do you think is more cursed? I think it's the inner loop with the 4 cabooses, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. All right, moment of truth. Oh, it's too heavy for the inside train. Oh wait, oh no. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. That's good. Our outer loop seems to be fine so far. Let's try our inner loop. Oh! If I had to guess, the issue is this die-cast tender. This thing is heavy, so let's take this off. Oh, okay. I think unfortunately we're gonna have to take this caboose off. It is just so rusty, it barely rolls on the track. I'm gonna zip tie rubber band this hopper onto that crane car all the way in the back. All right, we've got a rubber band holding in that last car. Finally, let's see if we can get all this running at once. Oh, come on. What if we put that there and this here? No! Oh, the rubber band came off. We're so close. Attempt number 1,000,000. Let's go. Oh. It's good enough. I'm gonna take that as a W. Let's switch to HO. Now we were back where it started. This is the same area that I filmed my first ever video. We have the switcher on the track. All right, I tested the track. I ran one of my GPs on it. The track is good. I cleaned it up. Let's see if this guy will run. Oh, it's humming. Let's crack this guy open and see if we can work some magic on the bench. So upon first glance, not really sure where to start to get this apart and to try to take the frame off from, our trucks and our actual motor that lies underneath here. So I'm noticing that I can kind of pull this apart. I think maybe this will slide out. Oh, yep, nice. Good work. Okay, sweet. Looks like we've got a bit going on here. One thing I was noticing, I mean, look at all the hair in here. So before I put on the track, I tried to clean up the wheels a little bit. I mean, there's just so much gunk inside of here. Definitely like ran on the floor with like pets and stuff. I mean, look at all of that hair. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, this just goes to show you why you should try to avoid running it on carpet, or to make sure that you vacuum before you run it on the area where you have like pets or high concentration of pet activities. So I went ahead and took out as much hair as I could. Look at all of that. That is crazy. So here's our motor. This looks like it's got like a drive shaft. Got a single motor and it looks like it has 2 drives. This is definitely very interesting. There's our commutator right here, which honestly doesn't even look terrible. We'll go ahead and clean it up though. I'm gonna see if I can get these drives to fall down. Look like they've got like little clips right here. So I was trying to get these out and I was really struggling to. The main issue is because of these pieces right here that are part of the drive shaft. I can't get them off and they don't want to slide out easily. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna try to get out as much hair as I can from here. And then I've got tiny ports through here that I can apply grease. And then I'll be able to put oil for these bearings as well to help increase the fluidity of this. While I'm here, I'm also going to clean up these wheels as well. Y'all, this switcher is got to be one of the most disgusting locomotives I've ever seen. Humongous clumps of hair that I keep pulling out of here. It's just crazy. I mean, just look at all of that. Wow. You could probably stuff a small animal with all of that. We're going to sand down these pickups a little bit just to get a nice connection. These pickups are nice and clean. Let's get some oil in these bearings and get some grease for our gears. Might as well go ahead and oil up our trucks while we're down here. Those of y'all that are HO geniuses, y'all should let me know who made this and what year it's from. It seems a little old. Let's get some grease on this big old glob here. Don't worry, I'm also making sure to get the grease down here and the grease down there as well. I feel pretty good about how lubed everything is concerning the drive. Now let's go ahead and get this motor back in here. Before we do that, we're going to, of course, clean up these contacts. Oh, I just popped it off. Let's also go ahead and oil this up. All right, let's get our motor in here. Line it up with our drive shaft. Seems about right. Now we just need to remember how this went on. We've got all that put back together, got the light in there. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, dude, I brought all the hair over here. Dang it. I'm going to go ahead and bench test this to see if this will run. Moment of truth, let's see how this is doing. Oh, that's a promising sign. All right, we've got this propped up. Let's try this again. It was so close. Like, really wanted to. It spun for a second. Oh. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Hell yeah, look at that. Oh, we've totally got life. Oh, let's go. That's awesome. Wow, and just looking at this, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone wrote this off before buying it. We've got life. I'm sure this track isn't helping. This is attempt number 3, this time on easy track. You can tell it wants to go so bad. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder this connection and as well as the other brass connection, because I think that's what our issue is. It's losing. It doesn't have a strong connection. So we're going to pop this back off and get out the soldering iron. Y'all, we may be cooking. I should take that back. I'm not going to solder this because it really was restricting the mobility of this back wheel. So instead, we're just going to try to bend this metal up more. After a bit of unpacking, I realized that our issue stems further than just the connection. Rather, if we look here, that's not good. We don't want this to be able to spin independent of this shaft. That's like really bad. So we're gonna get some super glue. We're gonna dry this off and we are going to super glue this piece back on. There's a very slight crack. I'm gonna put a slight drop just on the outside as well. Cool, and then I'm gonna spray this with an accelerator. All right, now I'm just gonna let this dry for a little bit. I know I sprayed the accelerator, but I'll give it like maybe an hour or so, then it should be fine. All right, it's been a few hours, and this piece looks like it's not going anywhere, which is perfect. So all we've got left to do is just put this back together, see if we have any better luck. So I've been thinking. I was like, all right, how can I increase the connectivity right here? Because I really feel like that's part of the issue right now. Now that we've fixed the issue with the drive, I think our last thing we have to fix is this connection. And I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, maybe some dielectric grease will help. But dielectric grease is actually an insulator. So I was like, what is a cheap, quick fix that I can go grab? We're gonna try some anti-seize. As a quick fix to increase the conductivity of these points, we're going to try some anti-seize. I don't know what gave it away, but I'm low on ideas, guys. Well, let's see if this will be any better. All right. You guys can laugh. The anti-seize idea really didn't work. But what I've done now is I basically said screw the light, and I shifted this whole copper pickup over so it could firmly grasp both of those pickups. I think this will work. This is the big moment of truth. Come on, keep going. Oh, let's go. Finally. Oh my God. Nice. Let's get the hookers hooked up. Can't forget about our awesome caboose. I know y'all want to see the sausage, so we're gonna throw the sausage at the front and the switcher is just gonna push it because this has no couplers. Let's see if this will work. It's perfect. This is just how it was meant to be run. Well, this was a bit of work, but I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching all the way to the end. If you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. You guys have been killing it recently. We're almost up to 200 subscribers at the time of filming this, so you guys have just been absolutely killing it. Comment down below if you have any cool facts or anything about any of these, and let me know which one was your favorite. Just a reminder, I post every Saturday at 12 Pacific Standard Time, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh my God. This is so dumb. What a trooper.